Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We just have a few things to talk about today, and then we're going to get into some of the craziest, wackiest stories. Kind of just a fun stream, and I want to give a shout out, Zero Times Peter for becoming a new member of the Quasar's Cadets. Sorry, fucked that one up a little bit, but big ups. Become a member for great extra streams sometimes. Going to definitely be doing a lot more now that we're going to be doing deep dives into consumerism on member streams, stuff like that. But it'll be a lot of fun. It's Friday, baby. Yeah, it's a fun stream today. Nothing too heavy. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with a little, some Reddit stuff as always. Actually, we're going to start with some Instagram posts. So we're going to go some fun to some serious to some fun. So it's like, that healthy little back and forth. Playful, if you will. Okay, I really need some opinions on what we think of the Massage Championship World Tour. Being a competitive masseuse is kind of a interesting interesting job choice, I have to say. But hey, I mean, there's a lot of people here and there aren't that many people in the crowds, but I mean, they're up on the second, the second story. There might not be that many people on like the first floor. Gonna be honest. They're just trying to get a better view up here. It's not because the bottom row is filled up. How do they handle the happy endings? Well, that's just part of the scorecard, you know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about the ass massage. That's the part where I'm a little. Yeah, it's so loud. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how loud it was going. We don't need to hear the trance music. But then we have a little Russian kid, I guess. Just doing what he do. Or did this have music over it? Yeah, it did. He's pretty good. Like this is a pretty like. I mean, that's over what? Maybe like 10 feet, 8 to 10 feet, probably. The Russians just do stuff different. You'll be surprised to hear that this actually isn't a Russian child. I think they're American. I don't know, but learning to stunt drive. Now, see, so we got the adults. They can't really do it. They kind of suck. It's not as easy as you think. And then we get the little tykes out there. And you think, oh, they were just trolling. They got an adult behind the wheel. But no, 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 it's them. It's them. I guess I said they were learning. They're kind of the ones teaching in this instant. In this instance. God damn, I thought they were gonna crash for a second. I don't think I watched this all the way through. He has a full trust in his sister. She's still in a high chair. She's literally driving in a high chair. This is pretty amazing. I watched 2 hours of your Sam Hyde. Oh my god! I watched 2 hours of your Sam Hyde stream. I was waiting for a bunch of haters to come in, but it wasn't that bad. What was up with the dislikes, LMAO? See, I think more people came in to dislike than came in to shit talk. So it ended up being all right, you know. A lot of dislikes though, but the people that came in to argue, they were like, I'm just a casual Sam Hyde fan. So I was like, yeah, that's whatever. You subscribed, so that's what's up. Yeah, there was a funny comment that got left on the stream. Let me pull it up. If anyone hasn't checked out my Sam Hyde stream from yesterday, it's pretty good. We went over Sam Hyde's interesting past. We watched part of the Brandon Buckingham documentary and part of the iDubbbz documentary. I know. Your cowardice and fear of reality is why Sam Hyde is so terrifying to you. I made a 4-hour stream about where I named him in the title, talked about different stuff, and you're literally saying that from a faceless account. It's always... Is it surprising? Is it surprising? But what do we think of these kids? No, that's the thing. Dislikes are engagement. And people in the chat are engagement too. So I'm like, I don't want to kick them out immediately. I kicked someone out pretty quick because they were just being racist right away. But, you know, it is what it is. So let's move on to Reddit and get a little sad for a second. To the freaks who still think Ethan is imagining anti-Semitism, take a look at the vandalism at my local synagogue in our small liberal town in Canada. Well, I mean, from what we've seen from Harley's recent post, Canada doesn't seem that progressive. They got some real shitbags up there, up in the Great White North, as they say. Shout out M. Mooney. They're the whole stream. There need to be more people like M. Mooney. Come on. Help a brother out. But someone, it looks like they wrote it with pencil. Like, I don't know, this is kind of weak graffiti, I have to say. Jews are evil because genocide is evil. Stop genocide, stop the Jews. Jews are murdering thousands of Gentile children. In the future, Palestinians will get their revenge against you child-killing Jew monsters. And this was a hateful message, was written on an exterior pillar of Congregation Emmanuel, the synagogue in downtown Victoria. After documenting the graffiti, police worked with the city to have it removed. Genuinely, what did they just use, like a pen? They used like a ballpoint pen. They can't even graffiti right, so true. We don't claim those Canadians, yeah. You know, you hope it's the few. That's the thing, but I don't know. I've heard some bad things about those Mounties. Big Hassan fan? No, they're a big Oshiaga fan, or whatever it was called. Here's a little Ethan Rum Tum Tumble. Thursdays are a vibe. So this is from the member stream yesterday.
Look at this. Look at this.
And at the end of the game, whoever has the most stars wins.
Oh my God. I'm falling, and I can't get up.
Do we call the paramedics? He's 40. Rum tum tumble,
I was
bro.
doing. I'm already taking shots here. I haven't even rolled the dice. Damn, Olive, you're crazy.
What happened, dude?
Old man tumbled,
I was
bro.
doing tug of war with her.
Oh my God, she won.
Oh, she's laying at his feet because she feels bad.
She was rolling me, which I thought was funny.
What the fuck?
But then she pulled my whole ass over.
Fair enough. Mounties are cops and ACAB, to be honest. I mean, you got a point. Yeah, so he says,
Look at this.
And
yeah, she's pulling him, so he's impressed that she, at her strength, her raw power, being able to drag him in his chair.
Look at this.
and at the end of the game, whoever
And then her power becomes too much.
has the most stars wins.
Straight over.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Do we call?
Dan didn't give a shit. Why should he? Ethan's a spry young man, right? What does Dan have to be worried about? Dan's just sitting there like a Chad, just thinking about his game winnings.
Call the paramedics. He's 40. Rum tum tumble,
I was
bro.
doing. I'm already taking shots here. I haven't even rolled the dice. Damn, Olive, you're crazy.
What happened, dude?
Old man tumbled,
I was
bro.
doing tug of war with her.
Oh my god. She won.
Oh, she's laying at his feet.
was-
She feels bad.
She was.
He actually sounded kind of like Toad in that moment. That was kind of perfect. It was destined to be. There's no such thing as a coincidence. But this was another interesting thing. The crew is going to go camping. We're going to get Ethan buried like Boogie soon to come.
You got.
I can't do it. What does it say?
There he goes. I just love Dan's reaction to it. Ethan was just jealous of that Boogie falling video blowing up. Yeah, he sold it. He totally flew out of that chair on purpose. It's because they didn't know if they heard it right. They had to read. They were like, wait, is that on just hello? Or is that Crew Goes Camping?
I can't do it. I can't do it. It says. What does it say?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed yesterday. I feel like dying. Needed a distraction from the pain. Captain came in clutch. Thank you. Well, I hope this helps. I hope if you laugh at all, it doesn't hurt more. But big ups, big ups. I hope they gave you all the pain medicine. Get sedated, real talk. But here's a little clip. Aiden Ross alleges Hassan tried to get a no gambling deal with Kick, but wasn't happy with how much they offered. So it's pretty funny. I mean, they're a real socialist, trying to get the best deal so that he can, maybe get a new extension put on his house or, something like that.
Here's what I'm gonna leak about you, Hassan. I'm not gonna say when, I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna say what. Hassan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning. They all.
Wait, let's hear that part again.
I'm not gonna say what. Here's what I'm gonna leak about you, Hassan.
The fuck?
I'm not gonna say when.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna say what.
I'm not gonna say when. I'm not gonna say how. I'm not gonna say what.
Hassan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning.
Hassan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning. Okay, you just kind of went against all of that right away.
They offered him an amount and he didn't like it, obviously.
Okay.
Because you're not worth that
That's
much.
how.
To no gambling. And that's the truth. You're mad as fuck that Kick is working. Hassan, how could you talk about Kick communities and Kick creators being the toxic and the cancer? Bro, what you preach to your community, they're brainwashed by you, bro. You live in a $5 million house. You buy nice clothes. You buy designer. You buy jewelry. You buy everything you want to do. You never donate to anything that you preach and all this stuff. You contradict yourself every time. You're a terrorist. You don't even like America. He doesn't. He doesn't, Chad. He really, really doesn't. I'm just being real. He doesn't. Okay? Now, here's what I will say as well. He knows Kick's working, chat. He wishes he took that bag at the very beginning. He knows that Kick is working. And here's how you know Kick is working and it's going to win. Because before, when a DDG or a Solominati would get banned on Twitch and talk about coming to Kick, they get unbanned instantly with a snap of a fucking finger. Okay? A snap of a finger. It doesn't like it's obvious that motherfuckers are rattled. It's very obvious now. Okay, it's a legit competitor to Twitch. It just is. It just is.
See, I think that there's a higher likelihood that Aiden Ross would out something that's true before lie about something just for no reason. Because, I don't know. Has he been known to be much of a liar? I know he's, like, definitely been part of some scams, right? I don't know the specifics, so I shouldn't even say that, honestly, but he's just in that sphere, so wait, what am I talking about? Wasn't he just involved in the fucking, the one with Banks? Wasn't that the whole issue, is that Aiden, like, sold immediately or something? Why am I talking speculatively? We don't need to, I don't need to go into this too far. It's Aiden Ross, but a scammer isn't necessarily a liar all the time. But again, who knows? Who knows? Would this be considered defamation of some kind?
And also, I'll just say this: when you stream on Twitch, you have to appeal. You have to appeal to somebody you're not. Most of the time, these creators are very. Look at Solminati. Why do you think he's not streaming? Why do you think he's not streaming? He got banned for speaking out and talking and being Solminati. You have to appeal to a fake, like I don't know if it's a narrative. I don't know what the fuck it is, but Kick is working. Kick works. You guys call me delusional. I don't give a fuck. I've been called delusional my entire life. Kick will win, and I stand by that. But again, with the whole gambling thing, I bet you also didn't know that Twitch wanted to make stake work. Twitch at one point was most likely on some shit where they were like, yo, if you pay us more than what DraftKings wants to pay us.
See, this is where I'd maybe question, because I do think that he has a bit of intimate knowledge about who becomes a new streamer and all that stuff. But I don't know if he'd know the ins and outs of the deals they have with other companies. So I don't know. Maybe it's all a lie. Sue him, Hassan. Get him.
You can keep the crypto casino.
Get this fucking scammer now.
All for money, bro. It's all for money. Okay? So since they couldn't make that deal happen, if that even was a deal, that's what happens. It's just obvious, bro. It's very, very obvious. I have equity in my platform. I like to fucking gamble. Cool. All right.
Kick might actually outlive Twitch. I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised. I'm telling you, if you want, like, these big streamers, I don't know why I get it. You might actually see a hit for a bit if you create your own, like, website and try and just do streaming out of there. But I feel like in the long run, you have a more stable chance rather than just trying to sell out to Kick for, you know. I guess if you get $10 million, it doesn't really matter if you need stability. You just make that $10 million work. It's all about the games we play, right? I'm shaking my leg and fucking moving the whole camera. So here's Hassan expresses casual homophobia and weaponizes the revenge porn that was posted publicly. So they're talking about Destiny here, but it is interesting. Someone points out below, no bad tactics, only bad targets. So if you think about that logically, Hassan wouldn't even be against this. I don't know if I'd consider it. He's making a... I guess let's just hear it first, and then we'll. I end up saying stuff that I have to take back immediately after we watch the clips. I try and give people too much credit. Take it away, Hassan.
Right here.
I like that these guys are like, this is our weapon. This is our secret weapon. If only Destiny will just, like, engage in spirited debate against Charlie Kirk. If only we can do this. If we can unleash what is he gonna do? Fuck Charlie Kirk and film it? Like, what do you mean? If only we can get compromising footage of Destiny sucking Charlie Kirk's cock and filming himself in the process, then we can just destroy this. We can destroy this whole charade. Yeah, he's gonna do a revenge porn on Charlie Kirk.
Alright, he's in.
Yeah, I mean, he even brings up the revenge porn, but he says it the wrong way because he's saying he's gonna do a revenge porn on Charlie Kirk. But the videos that were posted were supposed to be. I mean, the videos that were posted were like meant to humiliate Destiny of him sucking dick. So
Yeah, he's gonna do a revenge porn on Charlie Kirk.
Alright, he's in. So Destiny has made it inside the building, and we'll see how long he lasts.
Compromising footage of Destiny sucking Charlie Kirk's cock and filming himself in the process. Then we can just destroy this. We can destroy this whole charade.
AI videos of me sucking dick, but if you're gonna do it, at least make me good at sucking. I know the video of Destiny wasn't AI. Weren't people more making fun of the guy? Weren't they just like, that guy has a tiny dick? I think that's kind of fucked up, right? Imagine that a video comes out that's meant to humiliate you, of you, like, you know, in a compromising position, but then they're just making fun of the other person the whole time. That's fucked up. Here's Aiden Ross reading.
Ultra-analytic, oh my God, ultra-analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and Giviante Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
At least he understood by the end, you know. It's like, you just need to break it down in the simplest of terms and anybody can understand.
There is a human person right now.
Oh, shout out the girl with a microphone, but that's not what we're going to be looking at right now. The Snark Mod lawyers. The Snark Mods lawyer up over Ethan Klein's subpoenas. Everybody remember to like. So now we are going to move on here. I wanted to share one thing that I found a long time ago. Do you want... I guess we'll start the video and I'll ask the chat just straight up. Do you want to see the funniest and weirdest website I've ever seen? I don't know if people talk about it. I don't know if it's literally just a series of a few images. I don't see why they would be bad to pull up on YouTube. There's nothing that's shown in them, but they are interesting. So if you want to see it, let me know and I'll pull it up. I won't even say what the URL name is because it just gives it away a little bit. But I guess let's start it. We share our craziest family stories, and we're gonna share our craziest family stories as well. Isn't that what the fun is here?
Day.
Of course you want to see? Okay. All I needed was one person to say it. The website is called bathinmymilk.com. I'm going to let that stew for a second. It's kind of creepy, I'm not going to lie. It's a little creepy, but when you really look at it, it's pretty funny. Let me just double check all the images real quick, make sure there's nothing risque in them. It is a bunch of shirtless men, but it's nothing too bad. But it's bathinmymilk.com, where this lovely lady right here, you can, you know, hit her up, hit her line, and come bathe in her milk. Here's this fine gentleman. He didn't even take off his jewelry. Maybe he thought this might clean it. Got a young man here. He came to bathe in the milk as well. Here we go. The fucking wallpaper falling off is what actually is the most horrifying to me. Like, this is not a... I don't know if this is an art project, if this is... if this is just a true passion of hers. She might have removed an image. This guy doesn't look like he wants to be here, I gotta be honest. Neither does he. The ropes are a little scary. This bathtub isn't on... I just realized it's not like... You know, like... put into anything. It's literally just up on the ground. Is this a cult? Why are we talking about my mom's website? I don't know. It's just... It was pretty interesting when I found it. Here's this guy. Is that the same guy as the first image? You should have those back to back. It's weird to split them up. Yeah, it is the same guy. How come he got 2 images? He was her favorite? Oh, here it is. Here's my favorite one. This guy, he looks like he's alone, but she's just standing outside of the fucking window. This is horrifying. This is interesting. This sounds really fun. You got to hit her up, Alex. You got to go bathe in her milk. This is a very large man. But it really shows you the capacity of her bathtub, so you know that you'll fit regardless of anything. You really don't have to worry. And it has a little a link. Sorry, I'm getting starstruck, getting a little too invested. If interested, please email me right away. I don't know if this link will just download a virus right away. It goes to a Patreon. True Wagner. Should we check it out? I guess I should probably check it out in a different window. Just in case we end up seeing something we don't like. Oh no. It is just an art project. Aw, that makes it worse. I don't know why I've never clicked the link. I've had this website. Oh, wait. I fucking follow this guy on Instagram. That makes this so much funnier. Wait, I actually follow this guy on Instagram. He is definitely one of the guys in the images after looking at a few. I follow, he is, which one? I think this is him. I just got bathed in my milked. Damn it. Is she still available? I don't care if it's an art project. Alan Wagner, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I followed him because I saw this video. This was really funny.
Saw this at 7-Eleven. That's me. And that's the man watching me on security. You
see, this is obviously like a just a skit, a little bit.
can click him. You can even send emoji. The pants emoji. Surprise Michael.
Really got Michael with that one.
I couldn't resist. He started to get sad. And he made a phone call.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
Why do you bother, Michael? Michael is the greatest man I've ever seen. Michael is a great man, and you are a nothing man. Michael has a perfect soul, and you have a soul of dirt. Who the fuck are you talking to?
I saw.
Did you hear the guy at the end? Who the fuck are you talking to?
This at 7-Eleven.
Oh, I don't even have the time. Just replay it if you want to hear it. That's good. That was a good one. And also, if you haven't seen Leg Boot Legit. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't read that. Leg Boot Legit makes fake products and then goes into stores and records. I think sometimes he leaves them, but most of the time he just records going into the stores. Pretty good stuff. I follow all types of people on Instagram. I'm just surprised the overlap here that this was this guy's. It was linked to his. Oh, this is just Instagram now. This was linked to his his Patreon. It makes it almost more weird to me. Because what was the thought process here? You know, it would be funny if we got an old lady. I mean, hey, I fell for it. I guess that was what was funny about it, is it's just about eating the onion. Well, I'm sure there's some lady out there where you can bathe in her milk, you know. Also, I guess it's bathe in my milk, which implies something a little extra there. If we're being completely honest. I need that denim toilet paper for my white trash bathroom. Probably expensive if you really think about it. You're gonna use that every day? But oh wait, sorry, one last thing. Then we can get onto the story. Sorry. So many delays. We've been talking about the number 6 podcast, the H3 podcast, but the number 6 podcast is now 48 hours. And the H3 podcast isn't even in the top 10, but Smosh Reads Reddit Stories is. The H3 podcast is in the top 15. It is number 15. Open it in several windows and just leave it playing in the background. I think I said it before, play it on your grandma's TV and put it real quiet. If I get their numbers up, then theoretically my numbers go up from talking about them. You see what I'm saying? There's a yin and a yang here. But now we get into it. We share our craziest family stories. This comes from 3 years ago. They need some new segments. I'm fucking tripping over my tongue this morning. Because we need more story times, really. This comes from April 25th, 2022.
Is infamous stories your family always tell? You know, within every family, there's specific lore, things that went down within your family that everyone always talks about. I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell it. So within my family, there's a certain phrase after my brother Sean, when someone brutally spoils a movie, and it's called Seaning a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother was notorious for this. He just would unintentionally just spoil the ending of movies. And it has happened so many times. The best example when this phrase was born, now you guys remember the hype around the Sixth Sense? I can't remember if it's, I always remember Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's really 5 other senses. Smell, taste, vision, hearing, feeling. Okay, yeah. That seems like a lot.
Maybe fact check that.
Sixth Sense.
I know.
That's just a lot to handle. 5 senses.
What? What do you mean a lot to handle?
It's a lot of senses. 5 of them?
Oh, that's an all-timer right there, Ethan. There's really 5 other senses.
It just seems like a lot.
I thought you were saying it's not enough.
God, not enough, for Christ's sake. The 6th one is seeing dead people. How much more senses do you need? I'm overwhelmed.
Sensory overload.
So anyway, the 6th Sense was out, and it was like super hype. That movie was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
And it's a great movie, by the way. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it has this incredible twist ending. You're going to forgive me for spoiling it for you now. It's been about 20 years, so.
I think the ship has sailed, but if you don't want to be
Yeah.
spoiled on the Sixth Sense, I guess.
You don't want to be spoiled on the
tune out
Sixth
for a few
Sense.
minutes.
Close your eyes. But like, it had, in my opinion, one of the best twist endings ever. It was like, oh shit, mind blowing.
If you really think about it, 5 senses might seem like a lot, but then it makes sense why Helen Keller was able to do so much. That's why she was able to fly a plane and believe in eugenics.
And if you find out the ending, it basically ruins the whole movie, because the whole movie is informed by your suspense of not knowing what's going on. And if you get the ending spoiled, it ruins the whole fucking movie. So I go out to see this movie with my brother, he's 2.5 years older than me, and he had already seen it, and he loved it, and so we went to go see it together. And there's this one scene where it was so stupid. Bruce Willis and the kid were on a swing, And my brother leans over to me, who's already seen the movie. This is halfway through the movie, and he goes, "Hey, you notice how
Helen Keller was a liar. She's a fraud. Helen Keller was just a stupid little kid who didn't want to go to school. No, I can't see. I don't think we all did that. We all did that when we were kids. I can't see or hear you. La 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 la. She fucking tricked the world.
Bruce Willis doesn't have a shadow?" Now, what was so stupid about it is because I immediately understood that he had spoiled the movie. I said, "Oh, he's dead. My brother just spoiled it." But what was so stupid is that he did have a shadow. There was a shadow there. It wasn't even a good observation. So he spoiled it for me halfway through the movie with that dumb comment.
I'm like, why?
But that's not where the story ends.
Yeah, and he's spoiling it for everybody right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. If you haven't seen the great movie The Sixth Sense with Haley Joel Osment and Bruce Willis, phenomenal film, heart-wrenching story, psychological.
Guy, right?
So when we're home, we go home, and my dad's in the kitchen, and I'm like, he was like, "How's the movie?" Whatever. I was like, Sean ruined the fucking movie for me. Midway through, he turns to me and tells me literally the ending. And then my brother goes in front of my dad, who's really excited to see this movie too. He goes, "I never told you he was dead."
Nice.
And then my dad's like, "You just spoiled the fucking movie for me."
Oh man.
And that's where the phrase "Shawning the movie" was born. He spoiled it for both of us separately. Incredible skill of spoiling the movie. So there you go. If it happens in your life, you can always say, "Shawned the movie." That's pretty cool. And apologies to all other Shawns that have to
Haley Joel Osment is a full-grown adult now. His face isn't.
bear that cross. But there you have it. All right, who wants to go next?
Anybody? I guess I can go.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, so an infamous one in our family is actually, it's funny we're doing this today because just on Wednesday's episode when you were grilling me like a cop with that stash, we talked about how my parents worked in animation and everything. I mentioned that they worked on the Muppet Babies. So when I was just a little baby, I think I was only like 3 months old, my dad got some gig that required him to fly out to Hawaii for a couple weeks. And so my mom, dad, and little 3-month-old Danny went out to Maui for a few weeks. And while he was there, they had already been working for Marvel Animation for a little bit, but they had just recently started working as writers on the show. And it was like a big break for them. It was a big deal for them at the time. And a new season was happening, and last minute, all the suits decided that they needed to be there for this meeting. The only problem is the meeting was in Toronto. So my dad hops on a plane and flies out to Toronto with the family, like, you know, that night. Well, so he was in Maui. It happened to be wintertime in Toronto. So it's like below zero. And my dad shows up with nothing but like Hawaii clothes, shorts,
Awesome.
Hawaiian shirt, and sandals. And they have this meeting at like 7 in the morning.
I thought you were making a joke. Haley Joel Osment charged with 2 misdemeanors for Mammoth Mountain incident. I'm sorry, we'll get back to this. District Attorney David Anderson announced that Haley Joel Osment, 37, was charged today with 2 misdemeanors arising from his arrest by the Mammoth Lakes Police Department at Mammoth Mountain on April 8th, 2025. Specifically, Mr. Osment was charged with a violation of Penal Code Section 647F, disorderly conduct under the influence of alcohol in public, and Health of Safety Code Section, and possession of cocaine. I'm trying to get the full story. That was just what the district attorney said. The Sixth Sense star is shown on body cam footage published by several outlets calling the officer a Nazi and using an anti-Semitic slur. What? Yo, I need to find this right now. I'm sorry, we're taking a detour.
As a little kid, he started.
Oz Insider Edition, 1 sec. I just want to find the body cam footage.
What's going on? I'm being detained by these guys. Okay. Who am I talking to? Is it John? Is it Robert? What is it? I'm in there. 10144 Tommy. I don't understand what that means. Someone in there?
44 Tommy.
Okay. Well, you're under arrest now for public intox. Can you stand up, please? Stand up. Stand up. I am not fighting. I'm not fighting. Stand up. I'm not fighting, man. Jesus Christ. Stand up. I'm not fighting you. You put that in my front.
I had to look it up again because I had to make sure that he is related. He is the brother of Emily Osment from Hannah Montana. I had to double check, you know.
Everyone be careful. There's something in this. That he couldn't, he spelled it. Don't open it. Leave it close. And then he got... So let's do this because you think there might be something in that. I think there's cocaine in it. Take all the property. Okay. Where are you living now? What? Where are you living? Where do you live? What are you asking? Because I'm the police officer who's taking care of you.
Madman, I didn't see you put that in chat. Should I pull that up? That's pretty crazy too.
Right now, that's why. Taking care of me. Yeah. You're really abusing me. You know, you do recognize him, right? That's the actor.
I was wondering when I saw that.
From Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense, Pay It Forward. Oh yeah. That's the kid actor. I've been kidnapped by a Nazi. I know. You got about 10 minutes and we'll get you out of the cuffs. You're really torturing me. You wish you treated me nicer. You are. You're gonna regret this.
Calling him both a Nazi and the K slur is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. We're supposed to be having a fun day today, but Madman put something in a little Discord chat that we have. This is pretty crazy. I want to get feedback on what you guys think. If I should pull that up, Alex and Madman. But we'll continue with the story. Sorry. Yeah, no, he definitely dropped the K slur.
He was super jet lagged.
That's the kid actor. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Just a 37-year-old man sitting there. That's the child actor. You remember from The Sixth Sense? That's him.
Like, so we had no time at all to get new clothes or business attire or anything. So it's at this like fancy hotel. They have like a conference room and it's all the suits. He walks in, he's like long table with like 30 guys in suits, and Jim Henson is there, who he had never met before, but the man himself, the legend, Jim Henson, is at this meeting. My dad walks in, wearing the shorts and sandals and everything. He walks, and I guess because he was jet lagged or something, he sits down on a seat and tips back, and immediately tips back too far and falls over backwards.
Oh man, no way.
And he like kind of sheepishly gets up and he's like, anything for a laugh. And like everybody's just like, who the fuck is this guy? But here's
that guy's a laugh riot is who he is.
The thing, apparently Jim Henson thought that was hilarious.
Of course.
And he took a liking to my dad, and my dad always said he was one of the sweetest, coolest people he'd ever known. Yeah, they still gave him the gig after that, so I guess it didn't kill it. But yes, this story is infamous in our family of my doofus ass dad flipping over
That's so
backwards
funny.
in a Hawaiian shirt in the dead of winter.
Dude, you know Jim Henson loved that, though. Your dad cruising in and blistering cold in a Hawaiian shirt. That's awesome, dude.
That's epic story.
Yeah, love that.
One time I was at I think it was for my great-grandfather's funeral. I was a bit younger, and it was the winter time. Or no. No, it must have been. I can't remember if it was for a wedding or a funeral. But basically it was like an after party, you know what I mean? And we were at my grandma's house the next day after this event that we had. And it was wintertime in California. And I was like, I want to go in the pool. They got a pool here. I want to go in the pool. And I had said that before we went, just not thinking about it. And then when I was there, my dad like jokingly prodded me about it, like, "Oh, you still gonna go in the pool?" And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. And it was a really, really bad decision because I didn't have my own swim trunks. I used my cousin's. It was he was a lot skinnier than me, so it was already uncomfortable. Immediately when I jumped in the pool, I like stiffened up, and I remember trying to swim back to the side. It was not fun. The only thing I'm glad is that it was like I would have checked regardless, so there wouldn't have been an issue anyways. But I'm just glad there was no like frost or anything underneath or anywhere, because that could have made it really bad. But you know, the things we do for love, am I right? Make your family members laugh after a funeral and/or wedding.
For him. Love that for him.
Who else?
Who's your dad? What's your dad's name? You don't want to say? You don't have to say.
I guess it doesn't. His name's Larry.
What happened to the scorpion chair? It's probably just pushed off to the side. You're not going to get rid of this. You could use it for scrap metal.
Larry.
Larry.
I know.
We love
And
Larry.
You got
Calling me Larry.
And your dad's Gary. Larry
and Gary.
Larry
Anyone
and
else have a dad name that rhymes with that? Larry, Gary, and Terry?
Our dads would probably get along pretty well.
My animal spirit dad, Larry David, so I can...
You're right. Yeah,
Larry, and Gary.
Yes.
I feel like I can relate.
You think Larry David would be a good dad, or he'd fuck you up?
He would fuck you up, probably.
Yeah. But still.
Well, he is a dad.
Yeah, no, I know he's a dad.
I mean, are his kids?
He has a daughter.
They actually seem pretty legit.
They seem nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
good,
maybe
good
it's fine.
family. Good
It's
family.
probably fine.
Good family.
My
you
my
going?
story is
All right,
not
let's go.
like funny or anything. I wasn't sure what angle we're going, but just I guess like I thought something that's like a lore in the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that works.
So in our family, it's the fact that my dad built the house that we live in, I mean, I don't no longer live there, but that's where I lived my whole life. So I don't have much to say about it, but I have pictures. Well,
did he build it?
He when they were, I don't know, he was like 30 something, and he made money for himself from.
He pulled The Notebook. He pulled The Notebook.
Like he was working in what do you call it when you build the stones for?
Oh, he was a
Yeah, he's a mason.
Masonry.
Masonry? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, he did stone
Marble,
work.
yeah.
Marble work, yeah.
So he would work with marble, and he did it on his own.
Knowing Gary, I don't know if getting along with him is a good thing. Knowing Gary, I don't know if he'd get along with anyone, but I also don't know Gary, so.
Independently and saved money, and then eventually he bought a piece of land, and he built a house, and then here it is.
So when you say he built it,
he knew a lot of people, like somebody who will lay the floors, or somebody that will build the wall or paint, you know. But he
sure.
kind of like put the whole thing together, and he was there every day, And
This house looks epic.
It's very nice, especially
Wow.
for Israel. But yeah, it's really nice. It's like 3 stories.
Do you know how long it took him, Ela?
about like a year from what I've heard.
A little bit faster than Lena's dad.
A year? Damn. you
Lena's
can't-
dad is still building it. It's been 25 years.
25 years?
But it's like a Scarface like mansion overseas in Lebanon.
25
Yeah.
years. Was he building a cathedral?
It might as well be. It's massive. Just slowly over the summers.
See, my goal in life is to have some property and build some, you know, some small-ish homes, you know. Have just your own space to do what you want and have space for close family members, you know. And basically start your own private commune. For when everything goes to shit. What about when the grid goes down? No, but I just think that the idea of having something that you built and that is not just a representation of the love that you have for your family, but also what your family is and the growth and expansion of family. It's a nice sentiment on top of being freeing in a sense.
Your dad looks badass though. He's like, I built this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at that.
That's
awesome.
always kind of like the vibe. Like, yeah, what?
Hey, what's up, Witch from PA? Every time I see your name, I always want to say, I always want to think it's Watch from PA. Got that Watch from PA?
You're sitting in the house that I built.
That's even worse. It's not like, I own this house.
Yeah.
This is my house. Like, I built this house. You'll wear fucking shoes when you come here, not sandals.
Right.
All right.
And I'm sorry, do you say you're...
Yeah, no wonder he had a problem with it. That actually makes a lot more sense. I'd be pissed off too. Be like, you're gonna come disrespect me? You're walking around in your goddamn socks in my home? No, honestly, it's more weird to want someone walking around in shoes in your house. Take your goddamn shoe. Take your disgusting fucking... You could have stepped on dog shit. I don't know where you've been. Put on these fresh pair of socks that I give you to walk around my home.
Your family still lives there now?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
I thought it was kind of cool.
But is there any funny stories about how like the house was kind of fucked up because he built it? Because I feel like you told me that.
No.
Oh.
No.
Can you say the pipes are all fucked up and shit because he built it?
Well, no. It's what, over time, when he was younger, he used to do everything like, when he built the house, he would get everything, the most expensive materials, put in all the effort. I don't know what happened over time as he was getting older, but he just was not properly taking care of the house.
Okay.
So that's what. Eventually, now after he passed away and my mom is kind of left with the house, she had to do a lot of work to fix things. But that's different.
Well, shout out to Yochanan, who built a whole damn house. What a man. They don't make men like they used to, huh, folks?
What are we going to do about this,
Right.
man?
What would it be without Yochanan? He built a whole damn house.
But don't prop your feet up on the coffee table. That's a line you don't cross. Someone props their feet up on the coffee table. I'm dropping an elbow straight through their legs onto the ground.
Himself.
Disrespect me like that in my house? No more knees for you.
Isn't it crazy though? Like
classic
today, you
Volvo.
could never do that. He wasn't like rich, you know. He worked. He saved
Right,
some
he was
money.
like, he was a salt of
He
the
was,
earth kind of guy.
Yeah, a hardworking person, but
Yeah,
not,
that is crazy. You're right.
Allison, my girlfriend, her dad is a lot like your dad, and they live back in Idaho, and they have a gorgeous, huge house. And yeah, he straight up built the entire thing himself.
I
Like,
guess you can if you live somewhere like Idaho, but even like this is 1984. I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
But like even in Idaho, I wonder. I guess you could, if you go to a remote areas, you could probably.
Yeah, they're fairly remote. They're out on the prairie. Out on the prairie.
So I guess you can still. It just depends where you live. It's funny when your dad built that house. Holon was probably considered a remote. Now it's part of like the central area. It's expensive now. Is that true? Do you think?
It's definitely way more expensive nowadays than back then. Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Zach, you know any stories about your dad's?
Let's hear about your
penis?
dad. Exactly.
Got any stories about your dad shitting on a lawn?
No stories about my dad's penis, but
No more stories about his dad's penis. Okay.
I was gonna share the story that my family always talks about. Well, my friend, I was thinking what I could tell, and nothing came to mind. But whenever my best friend comes to dinner, we always tell this story, and that's of when him and I got arrested.
Okay.
Which I feel like he does to piss my dad off, which is pretty funny, to be honest, because they have a good relationship, but he likes to get his get. But yeah, well, I
What's my story for what? For building a house? I just said I want to build a house. Nobody in my house, or actually, I think my grandfather had a house built. He was he worked for he was a contractor. They owned I think he owned a contracting company at one point, and then I don't know if he just worked for them after that, but he at one point had land and had a house built and had property and stuff. Times change. Things happen. And that's kind of I think the main issue with doing things yourself is you have to be ready to like upkeep it yourself and hold it yourself, or else it can all kind of fall apart pretty quick. And so in general, I think that it's it sucks because once you start seeing money come in, the first thing you're going to want to do is be quick with it and figure out how to make you more money, but also how to benefit yourself. But holding off to be able to make sure that you're in a stable position is when it'll benefit you most. Todd walks around naked, and I feel like that should be talked about more. Yeah, Zach's dad, Todd. Hey, we all like to hang dong every once in a while, don't we?
World War II, and things crazy. It's creepy as all shit. And the only way you can get up there is going up a road that's locked. So there was one day where we decided to find a back way up, and we did. Took us about an hour to get up there. We drove with my buddy.
We'll get to some more crazy family stories. It has to jog my memory, I'll hear a story and I'll go, this reminds me of the time this is the, I remember. But I don't this instant.
His truck. And we got up there and explored, and you can actually go in the missile silo. And we put on gloves, we go down, we get flashlights, and it's creepy as all fuck. There's like graffiti. You can look it up. It's called like LA 88. And I'm about to go in the silo, and I see an unmarked police car pull up. And it was LA SWAT. And this guy...
My grandpa lived in a huge log cabin in northern Ontario that him and his friend built. My grandpa's passed now, and I have a tattoo of his cabin. Shout out, Grandpa. Just say it's like I feel like almost the sentiment of it is more than the actual shelter on some level. Once it's passed down for generations, and that becomes the cool aspect of it.
Gets out of the car, and he comes out gun blazing, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing up here? Don't you know we do helicopter target practice? I was doing a sweep of the area for one last time."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the story. He put us in so that's not the final part of the story, but he puts us in cuffs, and he's like, "Do you know how much fucking trouble you're in?" And I was so scared what my dad was gonna say.
Did you tell him you're the Joker? I belong in this asylum?
No.
Was there no warnings or anything? How did you get there? Was there a gate, a fence?
We found a back trail.
Back trail? Did you tell him, yo, there's a back trail, you'll need to mark that shit?
No. We just did it. We just went for it. Took us about an hour to get up there. And so
why did you guys go there?
Yeah, why'd you go up there?
Just because we were stupid.
But did you hear there was something there? Like, why did you go
The missile silo? Yeah. We always knew there was a missile silo up there.
Sorry, I'm muted. You're talking about the missile silo up in the valley?
In Chatsworth, yeah.
I snuck into that too.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get arrested though.
Yeah. So you went to the bathroom, but they were doing helicopter target practice. Oh shit. And they were doing the final sweep. So
my God.
The guy put us in cuffs.
See, I've been on a lot of like private property or whatever when I was younger, but it was never anything too crazy. I think I'm trying to think of what the coolest thing I ever went into wasn't even like because there was actually like there are abandoned malls and stuff by me that I could have gone to that I regret not now that they're gone, but I went to basically when I was younger I lived in like a more undeveloped part of like the town I lived in. And there were a few areas where they just like had like a Walmart and then like a gate, you know, just a bunch of like gated off areas where they were supposed to build other stuff. And me and my friends would go like hop the fences and go inside and skate and smoke weed and stuff in those areas. But one time, as an adult, me and my friend went on a trip to California, just looking for different cool spots to check out. And we went to this former army base that was like nowadays it's like a historical site where they have certain businesses and stuff inside, but it at one point was it was like an army base town basically that had apartments, a theater, schools, a bunch of stuff, and you weren't supposed to like go into the buildings and stuff, but we like went inside and went through all the different stuff because it was just so cool. But I think that was probably the most like even like developed, and it was all destroyed. I ain't gonna go break into nothing. No. What if a cop shoots me? I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, that the crew might go camping. I love camping. Camping is amazing. It's a lot of fun. Can be dangerous, especially if you go with the wrong people. But if you go with the right people, bring the right equipment, you'll have a really good time.
And he's like, do you know how much fucking trouble you're in? This is trespassing, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what? You caught me on a good day. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to get the fuck out of here. So we run to my buddy's truck, do a full
10 seconds, piggy, run! Did he shoot at you?
No, thank God. But he was fucking putting his hand on his holster. And we went down the way of the paved road rather than the dirt road we took to get up there. And as we're coming down the road, we just see about like 10 LAPD SWAT just holding these fucking guns, and we start hearing helicopters and shit. And so yeah, that's my story.
They fire on you?
No.
Did they stare at you?
They were like, "You guys are fucking idiots." Yeah.
And all my times and I guess I shouldn't say that. I actually did go inside of a few schools when they were closed. Like a few like actual schools that I went to and like the surrounding schools near me. While we were like skating and stuff, just because it was fun. But in all my time of doing all that different stuff, I never even saw I never had to speak to police.
So wait, did you go during the night or something, Dan? Because it seems like if Dan
we went in the middle of the night, yes.
You went in the middle of the day, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably your first mistake. No.
But night would have been fucking creepy as shit.
It was very creepy.
Yeah.
So were your parents pissed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could have done. I mean, the worst guy.
I do have to say my lore does run a little deep. I gotta be honest. See, but it's not like the way I like to think about it is I really do feel like I'm the in most situations I'm like I play the straight man. I don't consider myself a wacky, wild, crazy person, but all the people are like around me, the things that I've seen, the things I've experienced, the people I know are insane, do insane things, and have insane things happen to them. I obviously can't get into all the specifics all the time, but it's interesting to think about and to talk about. We'll get to everything. You know what I mean?
Gonna happen. But yeah, we always tell that story whenever my buddy comes over for dinner.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The silo story.
Yeah, missile silo. Be careful out there.
You think they would have used you for target practice?
Dude, fucking if they started firing, we would have been so fucked. Oh my god. Because they were doing helicopter target practice.
Yeah, I remember when I went, there were empty shells like all over the place. Just
Oh, yeah.
The floor was
Interesting,
like
wow.
covered. Yeah.
It's creepy. Yeah.
So you think they would have seen two guys down there and they're just like open fire?
I don't know. I don't know if they would have seen us. That was the thing though. That the guy was doing a final sweep, so he kind of saved our life in a way.
Was there bullet holes in? Is that thing all shot up? The silo?
Well, the silo's in the ground.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
an underground
Okay.
facility.
But there's like abandoned buses up there, and there's like other things that are just disheveled and fucked.
You know what's the weirdest thing? Because did you go down into the silo? Did you
Yeah,
get that
yeah,
far?
yeah.
Was there?
See, it's important to look at the statute of limitations on before telling stories, but it's also fair to say that most stories they're all fake. What are you talking about? I don't tell real things. Everything I say is a lie. This is the internet. You can't prove that I'm telling the truth. Believe what you want, and don't believe what you don't want to believe. You know.
There.
One time, here's a story that you might believe is real or you might believe is fake. Me and my friends, I was in 6th or 7th grade, and it was my friend's birthday, and so I went to hang out with them. And where we went, they had like, basically, like I was saying, I lived in like an undeveloped area. So behind the Walmart that was by my house was like a bunch of dirt paths and like what people had created turned into like a skate track, like a dirt skate track that people would use. And it was pretty like dope, pretty big, and like probably 100 yards from that was a big tree. And like the tree covered like to the ground. I guess it might have been like a bush that was just super oversized, but it was super huge and went to the ground. And basically my friends that I was hanging out with went inside and like built this little like hangout area where there was like and like it was obviously they were kids, so it was like pretty shitty, but we hung out like in the tree and like I don't remember if we smoked weed that time. The first time I smoked weed was definitely in 6th grade, but I don't know if that was one of the first times. But we then went on top of a mountain that was next to this tree where we were hanging out, because we're like, how fast do we think we can get up that mountain? And we were like, let's figure it out. And we started climbing up, and we climb up, we see coyotes, and I hear, but I don't see. Other people say they saw it. There was like a mountain lion. And we start going down because we're like, fuck this. And I'm hoping like they're hunting the coyotes or whatever, and they're focused on each other and not looking at us. But as we're walking down and finally get to the bottom part of the hill, we walk in front of this person's house. That's like, I don't know if they owned the mountains like too, but they were basically at like the base of this mountainside. And it's like this Native American dude dressed in cowboy gear walking up with a fucking revolver in his hand, and I was like, is he really about to take out a fucking mountain lion with a 6-shooter? This guy's gonna die. I didn't hear him dying, so he might have killed it, but it might have also just run off. My dad served in the army, so we lived on base growing up, and I remember one time some kid tried to jump the bar gate at the entrance on a skateboard, messed up his knee, and got arrested by MPs. See, that's why the military base that I went to, it was so undeveloped, and I'm pretty sure they demolished any of the actual like federal buildings that they were doing. And I think they might have even rebuilt some of the buildings that they were using for what I was saying was like active at the time. So we were just going into like the schools. We tried to get inside of the movie theater, but it was like it had just like collapsed over time. So we like as we were climbing through the window, just like the smell of just debris and dust. We're like, we're gonna get fucking asbestos like in our lungs. So we ended up like there were apartments and a high school and an elementary school. A few other things too, just a few other buildings. It's pretty interesting though. Cool stuff. It's cool just looking around in old places.
Arabic writing all over the walls?
I don't remember Arabic. I remember a fuck ton of graffiti though.
There was Arabic writing all over the walls, and my assumption was that they were using it for like counterterrorism training simulation or something. It was like very weird.
That's weird. Look at me. I don't know.
AB?
Look at you.
AB, you know anything about that?
You know anything? AB?
No.
Thoughts?
AB, thoughts?
Ian, go ahead. Thank you, Zach, by the way.
Thank you, Zach.
All right.
Something that pops into my head. This is a quick one. It's not some big long story, but I remember when I was really young, I was visiting my family over in England. Sorry to keep bringing it up, but we went to the Tower of London. It's like a place where they keep the crown jewels and
The London Eye. Big Ben. No, not those. Oh, okay. Now you can get a guillotine in a guillotine, whatever suits your fancy. You can get it in the gift shop. Oh. We have a title. It finally went up. I'm being blackmailed. No thumbnail, though. Just I'm being blackmailed, period. H3 show number 177. Oh. No, yeah, I know they just use the big axe. I know. I played Skyrim.
heard like.
Sorry, let me I don't know why the audio turned off.
And outside in the courtyard is like where they would behead people. It's where they beheaded King Henry VIII's wife.
I'm so sorry for muting the video. I do not know why that happened.
Two of them actually.
Right.
And it's like a kind of a serious place, you know, and we were walking around and we're standing in front of where they would behead people. Very intense. I was very young too, and we were sitting there like this.
The person Madman posted was telling Ethan to unban them or they will kill him. Or what? That doesn't make that's crazy.
This is where they would kill people. That's pretty intense. And there was a guy in front of us, And as we were kind of sitting there, sort of taking in this weird energy, this guy, like, maybe he had too many beans on toast or something, but this guy let out like the nastiest, loudest shart I've ever heard, like, in my entire life. I've never heard one like this. And it was dead quiet. There was no one there in this courtyard except us, this like guillotine zone, and this guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like that, but like
Hey, he said guillotine. Who's wrong now? Are you gonna argue with the Brit? Look at him. He's from London town. You gonna argue with him?
Oh,
it kind of echoed. Yeah, except even worse.
Her, it's a girl. My bad. That's why I hit the they, because I'm all inclusive. I'm progressive minded, unlike the bigoted Alex the Fiction.
And there was just a moment of silence, and we were standing behind him, and he was like facing back, and he kind of went like.
Were you guys staring at him in the eyes?
Yeah, he locked eyes, and then he kind of went like.
Do you smile or laugh?
No. And then he immediately went. And then he ran off. He
ran?
Yeah, he ran.
Oh my god.
Oh, maybe he did shit himself.
I gotta go.
I'm pretty sure he shit his pants.
Wow.
The power of the guillotine in front of him, and he just guillotined his gym shorts.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I don't know. It's just
his
something
asshole got possessed by one of those. One of
Spirit
those
of
poor
the dead
souls.
queen. Yeah.
Yeah, and that lives on. That guy. I've never seen someone so scared. That face haunts me. So.
You know, I have a similar story. It was the day of my bar mitzvah. I was doing my whole ceremony. I think I just finished. I was feeling good. I was feeling happy. Sean Ballog was with me in the bathroom. We both had to go bathroom. We were at the urinals peeing, and just one solitary old dude comes in the empty bathroom, and he's taking a piss, and he rips the loudest, gnarliest fart. And, you know, some things just stick with you. And it was so casual. Usually if you fart, you look over. You don't rip ass like that around other people. You are more sly about it. But he's old. I was like, okay, you're old. You don't care.
Right.
It's interesting. I'm more like that these days because I didn't understand it at the time. But if I'm at the urinal, I don't care who's around me. I'm going to fucking rip the fattest
Are you one of those guys now?
Sure, yeah, I'll do it.
Ew.
If not now, then when? And I feel like it's kind of interesting.
You gotta do it to get everybody else to leave the bathroom.
Evolution. It's the bathroom. If you go in, you're pissing, it's time to rip ass. I'm not gonna be all top secret about it. This is where we do these things.
You're telling me you could be at like an event or something, and there's a bunch of people in the bathroom, and you gotta fart before you pee. You'll just
I
let
will
it rip.
literally push out to make it loud.
Stop.
I swear to God, I will.
You take pride in it.
I started doing that.
Why?
Because it's more, to me, it's more satisfying when it comes out like that.
What?
So I don't like to subtly fart. Sometimes you get
why
stuck.
Does it have to be satisfying?
Sometimes you get stuck.
Sometimes you need to fart.
Yeah, this is more proof that Ethan rips farts at Denny's because he's just showing how casually he just doesn't he doesn't care depending on the setting. And where's the think of the setting where you're most casually gonna fart. A Denny's restaurant. It makes the most sense. It won't even change the smell of the room.
Sometimes you need to fart before you pee. I get it.
No, when you're at the urinal standing and peeing, it's a fart time. It's a fart time, baby.
It's fart time, baby.
These stories do remind me one other story that's kind of like family lore is that one time there was...
I am so shy to fart next to a stranger in the restroom. I look over at the guy at the urinal next to me and say, nice stream. Could be stronger, though. You need to work on some Kegels or something.
When I was a kid, there was like some kind of war going on. And the sirens were going off and we had to go to we had a shelter like in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
We had to all go to the shelter and put on this like mask and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the potty. I was going poop. And the siren was going on and everyone's running downstairs and it's like
oh my God.
I just remembered being on the toilet, siren, and everybody's like, come on.
Was that when Saddam Hussein was threatening to
Yeah.
chemical warfare on Israel?
Yeah.
And so, what did you do? Were you choosing between?
I was like, hold on. I was a kid. I barely remember it. It's just like stuck in my memory, sitting on the toilet and
So
like having
dramatic.
to go.
Meanwhile, the women's bathroom is a place of sisterhood. I will say, I have the experience of both. I went to a school where the boys literally ripped the fucking the stall that was closest to the urinals. They ripped off the wall in the door, so it just went urinal, 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 toilet, and then the stall started. But then, as an adult, I worked for like a year. I worked as a janitor for a bunch of different schools in a district, and I got to see the differences between how men and women treat the bathrooms. Men destroy the bathrooms. They purposefully destroy stuff. The women have more goes on that can make it gross. And so that's like the contrast. If the boys weren't attempting to destroy the fucking bathroom, it usually looks fine. Because there would be days where it just would be clean and I'd be like, oh, I think they just came in here to piss today. But women are always going to have, different women have different times of the month, obviously. They don't all sync up. But yeah, so I got to see a bit of the contrast there. But like I'm saying, the boys would just fucking food on the walls. I literally at one point just said fuck it and didn't clean the bathroom for like a week because I was like, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna clean the teachers, like the private bathroom, but I'm just not gonna clean this fucking bathroom because it's just so fucked up. And then I didn't get in any trouble for it. So hey, I was sending a message.
That's like
you
my
don't
hell.
really remember it. It's just kind of told to you.
No, I remember being on the toilet and the siren going and everybody's like, come on, we gotta go downstairs.
So did you pinch it off? Did you wipe?
I don't remember those details.
No.
I don't know what. I think I finished pooping.
You did the whole thing. You wiped, you flushed, you washed your hands.
My mom was probably helping me. I was a kid.
Oh, you were really young.
Yeah.
You know, I have a similar memory during the Northridge earthquake that rocked LA. I don't know if this ever happened to you, Dan, but taking a shit during one of those big aftershocks was was so crazy.
It became an
that may have happened. I don't specifically remember getting caught on.
So I've been on the
toilet.
shitter during a fairly large aftershock, and the water's just like.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
It's great. Pull up a video of a toilet during an earthquake. You could see it's just.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's gnarly.
The funny thing is, I actually just remember it so vividly for some reason. For the girl, I guess it's just because cleaning bathrooms really will do that to you. But the boys' bathroom, like I'm saying, would be fucking destroyed. Like stuff, literally like soda bottles jammed into the toilets. And then everybody, girls and boys, would throw the paper towel, like wet paper towels against the walls. But surprisingly enough, the boys would fuck up the stalls more. The girls would fuck up the mirrors more. Like they would write on the mirrors, do different stuff on the mirrors. The boys would like punch the mirrors and shit, but they're like made out of metal, so like they'd never break. I wonder how many kids hurt their hands punching, like just basically punching the brick on the other side. But yeah, the girls would fuck up the mirrors more often, and I think that's probably just because some people would just go in there for the to wash their hands and stuff too. Not everybody's going in there to use the toilets. But yeah, the things you learn, am I right?
Oh, dude.
Good point.
When I worked as a janitor, one of the other janitors fucking pulled a gun on me at the school. Isn't that crazy? Had nothing to do with any of the other stories, but isn't that fucking insane? I was like, bro, I guess I'm a snitch. I didn't call the cops, but I told, I was like, I want to go home. I was like, I'm not doing this. I was like, I'm not going to finish my job. This guy just pulled a gun on me. So I told like my higher up, I was like, yeah, this guy just pulled a gun on me. I'm going home. I'm putting the janitor stuff away and then I'm going to clock out. And they were like, What happened? And I was like, I don't know. I was just yada yada. My now fiance, my girlfriend at the time, she came to pick me up, and he was like talking shit to her. So I confronted him and was just like, bro, don't be going out and talking shit to people that are just parked out in the parking lot. Like, that's not our job. We're fucking janitors. And he pulled a gun on me, and I was like, dog, this ain't it. I literally told him, I just remember he pulled it out, and I went, bro, you're going to shoot me? I was like, you're going to shoot me at a school? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, this dude's crazy. I was like, we both work here. They know who we are. You're going to murder me over something so stupid. And then what? Run away? Start a new life on the run? Battle of the janitors, I'm saying. There can only be one janitor. Mrs. Cap'n, on God.
Never seen that before.
I was on there. I was on the shitter during a large aftershock, and it was just like a wave pool in there, man, with full of turds.
Unfortunately, not seeing many.
In the whole history of the world, there's no damn video of a toilet.
Nobody's caught that?
How about a bathtub or a swimming pool? Show a swimming pool during a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and bringing a gun to a school as a janitor is crazy. And not just like having it in your car, having it on you inside of the school. I honestly should have just called the cops. We were night janitors, so like it was after hours. So like I was just like, I was more so like, I don't want to deal with more stuff right now. I'd rather just not have to do my job and go home. So that's what I did instead. Yeah. People, I think some people really are just fucking lunatics. I don't know. Unfortunately, very common in America. No, yeah, it isn't even the students. It is. Sometimes it's the people you expect least. Imagine, goddamn, imagine like there's a school shooting, a janitor's like, "Come in here, quick." You go in and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll protect us," and pulls out his gun. I'd be fucking terrified. I'd be like, "Bro, what is happening?"
Give you an idea.
I can visualize it. The toilet, like.
In fact, we got a whole compilation.
So imagine this is the toilet with shit, and these people are pieces of shit. There you go. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's what the toilet was like, but it's sloshing on the sides.
Dude,
Back to Ethan's poop story. Yeah, making a report and everything when you just want to go home sucks. Yeah. It's like, do I want to take the time for this? He eventually got fired, so I was like, what's the worst that's going to happen? He's going to shoot me? Who cares? Let it happen. If it happens, it happens. I was like, I told my manager they can deal with it if they want. Theoretically, they should probably be the one to, like it happened to me, I should obviously be involved in the police report, but if it's happening between employees, I think reporting it to my higher up is all I need to do.
Scary? Holy shit.
This is
terrifying.
That is actually pretty wild.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like...
That's fair. Republicans wanted to arm the teachers, so arming the janitors is only one step removed from that. Cocker Klein at it again. Yeah, I'm kind of talking through all of this because we're just learning it. He's just talking about his poop sloshing around.
Asshole.
I did see...
We get a thumbnail yet? Still no? No.
Some people saying
Can
that...
you guys show a video where like people are just drowning? There's like fun videos.
I didn't embed it very
We're gonna have to watch people drown.
Swimming pool during earthquake compilation. What can you do?
They're fine,
Also,
by the way.
your
They're
story,
fine.
your story about you farting freely. A lot of people were pointing this out. It does seem to confirm.
This is not real.
I don't know if I believe you.
Clearly not real.
It seems to be CCTV
This is the
footage.
security footage, apparently, of me and Denny's by myself. People have absolutely framed me.
This
Oh,
is
man.
crazy footage.
You're just farting your ass off.
That looks photoshopped. That looks edited.
I don't know. It's pretty authentic to me.
Would you rip in the Denny's?
Well, apparently you did.
No.
Why not?
I mean, I wouldn't rip loud if I was in a restaurant. I would fart, but not loud.
Well,
how many years until you...
I don't think I'll ever do that.
No?
You'll get there.
It depends how loud it is. in the restaurant. Like if Theodore or Eli are next to me, I would like them to hear it.
Of course. Yeah.
But I don't want the people next to us in the booth next to us. It's part of the joy. It's sharing. Theodore loves when I fart, by the way. He fucking loves it.
No, he doesn't.
Thinks it's so funny.
You're brainwashing him to think that it's funny.
I go, Theodore, hold on. I have something really important to tell you. And he always looks at me, super expectant, and then I fart, and he goes, gross.
The gun craze in America terrifies me as a Brit. See, the gun craze in America, I think it just amplifies things that already happen that need to be addressed. Because if you look around the world, like, I just remember, was it Japan? I just remember I saw an argument where somebody was saying that because school shootings happen so much, it was either China or Japan. I think it was Japan. Talking about school shootings. Maybe it was Chinese. Yes, and if you look up the list of school attacks in China, it was China, because there are just like a ton of stabbings that happen, like and other types of attacks. And so I think that obviously having weapons that can do more destruction is obviously worse. I think that we really need to hone in on, mental illnesses and stuff like that. Because, people will find, people that want to be destructive will find a way, I guess is kind of my point. And I don't think having unfiltered access to weapons that can kill a lot of people is good, but... Actually, no but. We'll just end it there. Full stop.
But I get them every time. It's awesome. Every time. Theodore, hold on. You want to know something really interesting? Every time. It works. It's awesome.
Poor boy. He wants to learn something new when you say that.
He does.
It's like, yes, teach me something.
Theodore, hold on. Do you hear that? I go, do you hear that, Theodore? Every time it works. So good. It's so good. AB, did you tell a story?
No, I didn't. Not yet.
Go ahead.
So I was having trouble coming up with one. So I thought I'd just explain like some family lore.
You talking to Mike, please?
A family meme.
Cool. Talking to Mike. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. I've explained on the show before that I come from like a really religious family. Not my parents, but like my aunts and uncles, especially my aunts and my grandmother. And it kind of fucked up my cousins because they were told they're going to hell for everything. So they sort of rebelled as they got older.
The argument is that you can harm more people with guns than knives, not that getting rid of guns will end all violence. I'm not saying, well, that's my whole point, though, is I agree that that's the argument and that it's a Band-Aid rather than like an actual, like, full solution. Like, yes, it will reduce harm, which is good and which is why I would advocate and do advocate for more restrictive gun laws. But I think that there's a greater issue when it comes to mental health and the way that we address it, not just in like clinical settings, but also just societally. We look down on the mentally ill, and that's not okay. It's not good.
So I put together just like a minute video showing showing this meme. They act like they want to punch my aunt in the face when they see her, like they see red.
Their mom?
Their mom.
Oh, I gotta see
this. They act like they go into a blind rage. They never do, and she ends up laughing, but...
Wait, I gotta see this.
God.
Let me see this shit. Roll it.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, I can click
I got it.
Okay. So, these are my cousins, Tim and Brandon. We know Tim, of course. This was Lena's first time meeting him. Okay, we paused for context. Thanks for the show notes.
I made this right before the show, by the way. I've already explained this context about how they act like they're gonna hit their mom because of all the years of being tortured, told they're going to hell. So they act like they hate her when they see her, but it's just a meme.
Am I muted? Is that why? Yeah.
Is it? Oh, there we go.
So yeah, this is my cousin Brendan acting like he's gonna throw his mom off the roof. This is him acting like he's gonna kill my Aunt Selma.
Oh my god.
Wait, is that Tim? He's so skinny there.
That's so juiced up.
Oh, we have a thumbnail? Ethan Fun Time. They have Ethan's tiny peener. Ethan tiny peener hanging out. Are these just... I almost feel like we could figure out what these photos are. If people tried hard enough. Gamer Gunk. Fupa. Pesto Disaster. Watch Talk? Wink? Ooh. What does that one mean?
This, he's acting like he's gonna kill my aunt, but then Lena comes out and he stops. Because he hides from other people.
Lena walked in.
I'm gonna start doing that to my mom.
Wow.
So, my grandmother was like really bad, telling us we're gonna go to hell for everything. So then me and my cousins just started to act crazy and just do
It's
random
gonna be a good weekend, everybody. We've got a show coming.
shit because she doesn't understand English, so they would just make noises and stuff. So yeah, this is how it was with my grandma. If you unpause it. I had to blur her because she's not wearing a scarf.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a longer cut with Tim messing with my grandma, but I took that out because Tim may be a little too far.
You took it too far with Nana?
Tim would just like, she'd just be like dozing off and Tim would just like scream.
Oh my god.
Scare the fuck out of her.
I guess he's getting revenge. I mean, if she really tortured
we don't
them,
condone that. Me and my
deal
cousin,
with it.
me and his younger brother, the one that was doing the Doctor Strange and the Force Lightning, we're more playful. Tim's a little out there.
I'm gonna start doing that to my mom. I'm gonna put her in a headlock.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tim used to go to my grandmother. As she got older, started to get a little bit more senile, and thought it was so funny to give her like a big butcher knife and tell her stay protected.
The only person that has Ethan's penis photo video was Ian. Ethan accidentally sent it to him. No, well, what it was Ethan had Ian edit a video for him, and in that video, Ian saw Ethan completely naked. He was like having to edit Ethan naked to make sure that Ethan naked wasn't in the final edit. Oh.
And she like put it under the bed. And
He said, give her a big butcher knife and tell her what?
Stay protected.
That's insane.
Or he'd like start chanting like some Lebanese like political like chants and get her hyped up. She's thinking she's like back in the war.
That's
Wow.
That's kind of fucking nuts, dude.
I'm surprised that she goes along with it.
He said she's senile.
Or well, the one
She would,
in
yeah,
the
I mean,
video
she
are
was-
laughing.
That sounds like elder abuse.
She would laugh. I mean, she loved him. She liked him the most. It was very interesting.
Okay. So elder abuse or no?
She's dead.
Okay, well.
I'm just kidding. But
clearly yes. If it wasn't,
no, but
she'd
that's
still
why
be alive.
that's why I took out Tim's part.
Oh yeah, Lena did see his ass too. You're right. When they were doing the photo shoot, she saw his bare ass. Good job, Ethan.
Because I was like, people may interpret that the wrong way.
We love cousin Tim. I'm gonna do that to my mom. I'm gonna give her a butcher knife, put her in a headlock, and start telling her we're being invaded.
The chat's saying, AB, tell the pissy story.
The what?
Was it just that the footage was on the thumb drive as well? I thought it was that he had to edit the footage. Because I know it was given to him with other footage or whatever, but I thought that it was part of the footage he had to edit.
My cousins were so.
But I guess that would make more sense if he just had it. If he tried to give him like both versions, he's like, "Here's the edited version, but if you want to see it, if you want to see the real version, it's up to you."
Bad. That they started calling their mom the P word, there because she was like super religious, and they were so fucking bad that they were like,
The B word or P word?
The P word.
Which P?
Like.
It was a thumb drive. It was an SD card. Maybe it was a hard drive. You know, we all have different stories here. Is this a shared psychosis? What is happening?
but they say it with an accent. They call her pissy. What's up, pissy? They used to say it like that, like they were like.
Oh, like that big word.
It's so fucking. I can't explain it in a short amount of time, so I'm just not because it sounds so fucking bad. It is so fucking bad, but like it got to the point where like they would be like, "I love you, pissy," and she would like hug him, like, "Oh, I love you too." Like it was just like a nickname, like.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. And she couldn't tell any of the other adults because like she was embarrassed to say like, "Oh, my kids are this fucked up." And I was young, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to snitch on my cousins." And yeah, it was just a circus in that house.
That's wild.
Malcolm in the Middle. Real life. Nice. There you have it. Love, you got a story?
Oh, I totally forgot to throw up a poll today. Let me throw it up.
I didn't really, but Zach did inspire me. He kind of unlocked a childhood memory, if I should tell that maybe, with the whole like police chase and stuff like that. So this requires a link. I have a Google Drive link or a Google Maps link.
Got it.
So make sure that it doesn't show anything doxy on your end.
Nope. It's just a Google Maps, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. So if you show that yellow house right there.
I'm just looking around.
To the
Nice
right.
neighborhood. Beautiful.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah.
But anyway, here's the yellow house.
So that house is clearly cursed, right? If
It
you
looks
zoom in.
fucked, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cursed.
And it's like one off in the whole neighborhood. There's this one creepy ass house. This is right by my school, by the way. So every time.
I have to say, I'd normally not put the on timer early, but just because they already do have the thumbnail and everything put, like, it's possible. It is possible.
Me and my friends walked home to do whatever. We used to hang out every time after school. We walked past this building every day, and we never saw anyone. But there was a rumor that the drapes on the upstairs level moved sometimes. So me and my friends like just hunkered down and sat outside this house for maybe 2 hours. And just looked at it, and there was these in Sweden because there's a lot of snow. They put like small gravel, super tiny gravel on the ground. So we took this small gravel and just like threw them at the window every now and then. Super dumb, yeah, I admit. But maybe after 1 hour of doing that, just randomly throwing a small rock on the window, there came out this like slender, super tall old man with super long creepy hair and just started chasing us.
You got Slender Man, dude. You literally got Slender
literally
Man.
Slender Man.
Did you not think that anyone actually lived there?
No one did. No, even like the adults who I'll get to it later in the video, but or in the explanation. Like even adults people thought it wasn't that.
Wait till the end of this video to find out about Love's story. How's everyone feeling? Drop a like and subscribe down below.
Weird that we did it because there was no one living there. Everyone was under that impression. And yeah, so he came out. He ran through that creepy ass gate, as you can see on the Google Maps thing. And if you look to the left in Google Maps.
The other way, across the street?
No, so the other way. And follow this road straight down. So the other way.
Other way.
So at the bottom of this street, if you go straight down, yeah, keep going, keep going, and to the right up here, that's a cemetery. And one of my friend got split off. Me and my friends ran left here. One of my friends, who was at the end, ran straight ahead into the cemetery and got chased by this old man into the cemetery.
What the fuck? He chased him?
Yeah. So we were all like just running, like super scared, super much adrenaline, and we realized, where the fuck is Tim? Tim is gone. Where is Tim? And we like ran back and looked for him.
Cousin Tim.
And we like sat like
Cousin Tim is gone. Oh no.
Walked through people's yards, and we noticed that
Keeping the
Tim
space
was
bar and being outside
at
of the window,
the
so it doesn't
fucking
matter.
cursed house. Turns out he had been pulled back by this old man
No way.
back into the house.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah. we had no clue what the fuck to do. Turns out he actually
caught
just
him?
called the.
But he caught
Yeah, he
him
caught
and then carried him back to his house.
Yeah, and he said he said like super creepy stuff, like he will kill him and shit in there. Yeah. So
Oh my god.
turns out though he just called the police. But we were like super scared. Like, do we tell our parents that we threw rocks at this house? Because we need help to fetch Tim, like to get back Tim. So we were like this. We were maybe 9, and we were like trying to do the math. Do we tell our parents, or is it
let Tim die?
Just let Tim die.
Let
Yeah.
Tim die.
Exactly. Tim, you're
So we're
fucked.
like, oh shit. And well, we ended up telling our parents, and we walked back to the house with our parents. And when we came back there with our parents, the police were there. And
to pick up your friend.
Well, we were super young, so they just told us to
not throw shit at his
throw
house.
rocks at people's houses.
Yeah.
You know, that
Fair.
unlocked
But, like-
another memory for me.
That unlocked 2 memories for me. I one time my dad got a call from a school that saying that me and my younger sister, when we were like 7 and 8, or 7 and 8, 7 and she was like 5 or 6, she would have been. Saying that we threw rocks at their at the bus, and it wasn't the bus driver saying it; it was some random kids. And so the school called, and my dad got really pissed and being like, "So it wasn't a bus driver that told you this? You're getting told this by some random kids, and you're just believing them? Didn't even confirm with the bus driver, didn't confirm any of this." And like was telling him like, "My kids are at home by this time, so I know it wasn't them," and like explained like this the situation. I don't know, maybe some other kids were throwing rocks, but it wasn't me. I would never do something like that. What if the bus driver yells at me? I don't care if there's some kids I don't like on it. They can get off. And then we can do something about it. But then my other story is, when I was a kid, we went trick-or-treating on Halloween. And I remember we went up to this house that didn't have any decorations, but the light was on the porch. So we thought, okay, so they're open for business, but they just don't feel like celebrating too much. So we went and knocked on the door, and when we knocked on the door, it took a little bit longer than usual for somebody to come, and that should have been our first sign to maybe turn around. But we waited it out because we were young kids, and when the lady finally opened the door, it was this old woman, like maybe 70s, 80s, and she was looking at us with this dead stare, like looking past us, and she just goes, "The party's over. The party's over. The party's over. The party's over." And we got really scared and just turned around and walked back to the street, and our parents were like, How was it? And we were like, "That lady's fucking terrifying." And then we turned around and the door was closed, obviously. We told them what happened, and they went, "Well, let's keep going. Let's go trick-or-treat some more. That's weird." But yeah, interesting stuff, am I right? That's why you should walk up with your kid. We were a little bit older. I was probably like 9 or 10, but I was a big kid. I was probably as tall as this old lady at the time. Elder Scrolls, so real. There's a house on my street that's boarded up with boarded up basement windows, and the grass is only cut maybe once every other month, and nobody has lived there since I was a kid. It's so creepy. Yeah, I feel like everybody has a few houses like that. I had a house in my neighborhood that had vines like growing up, like weed vines growing up the garage, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. They didn't last long because I think somebody moved in, so they cleared it out eventually. But weird stuff. The party was over. I should have known. The fucking sun just went down, so I'm just like, that's bullshit. The party just started, lady.
Story, by the way, love.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just want to add, like, all our parents involved were like all like super. They were almost compassionate to us because they too were super surprised that
They're
there
like,
was
what?
a man living there. And by the way, my friend Tim.
Oh, sorry, all the earlier on time people.
Ah,
one more minute.
Is the
They have a
only
chance.
person I know that has been in that house except that old dude. And there's like old boxes, like super like creepy, moldy, and this dude apparently lives there and never leaves.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What the heckin' dog?
It looks like in the show Dark.
Totally. Totally a cursed like fairy tale.
Yeah.
That reminds me. So another story about Sean. When we were in, there was also like an abandoned, fucked up house by our school, and it was across the street from our. During recess, we had like a big field, but it was all gated off. And during recess, there was this abandoned house, and unlike you guys, through little pebbles, we were actually degenerate fucks, and we would get big ass rocks and huck it across the street at the house, trying to break its windows.
Nice.
So every recess, we would go down to the gate, get rocks, and fucking just lob rocks at this house. I don't know why we did that. It's so stupid and crazy. I mean, we were probably about the same age you were. Well, Sean takes it upon himself, this psycho. He didn't tell anyone he was going to do this. He didn't give us any warning. He picks up a big ass rock. Not my brother, Sean.
Your friend.
My friend.
Bello.
He jumps the fence, goes right up to the house, and fucking launches a rock right into the window, point blank. Shatters the window. Everybody jets. We're just like, what just happened? Oh my God. Everyone spreads out. Sean jumps over the fence. The principal comes out, and then Sean snitched on all of us because we were so young.
Wait,
Sean.
Were both
My
Seans
friend.
involved in this story?
What?
No, it's Sean Balog.
Wait, so he was the one who did it, and then he snitched on you guys?
Yeah. But he was a kid. He was a kid. Well, no, they, you know,
Threw you under the bus.
Just to give him, they're like, you need to tell us who else was throwing rocks. And he's like 8. They're like, oh, we're going to fucking call them, whatever. They shake you down. But anyway, we all got suspended. I got suspended, which honestly was like the best thing ever for me. I didn't care because you just skip. But I was like, what are you, wow. It just blew our minds, this fucking kid. It was, wow. And of course someone lived there and he had to pay for the window and shit. Of course someone lived there.
Yeah.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, but before you call him a snitch, he was like 8.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sean.
Still though. Snitch behavior.
Anyone else? Cameron, you got one?
No, I really couldn't think of any. I know we've had a lot of time to think about it, but I didn't think of anything good to share.
All right.
Aw, Cam.
That's all right. Anyone else? Sam? Anyone got one that I didn't call him?
I have one. I think I could tell.
Wow,
You wanna come
everybody's
over?
here. This is a real blast from the
I
past.
can say yours, fine.
Okay.
So this is a super infamous one within my family. On the 4th of July one year, we were at a family gathering and my uncles were in charge of lighting the fireworks. We had a firework punk. Do you know what like a punk is?
Yes.
It's like a big sparkler that you stick in the...
A punk, it isn't a sparkler. It just is meant for lighting other fireworks. They're long pieces that you light and then it like burns down to the end. They don't sparkle, but they are just, they stay lit.
the ground, and it's meant like,
like a
you
wick.
can light fireworks quickly and then plant them so they can go off.
Oh, yeah.
So during the grand finale, one of my uncles was lighting them and turning them around super fast, and he was like maintaining a squat the whole time. He lost his balance squatting and he fell back onto the punk.
Nice.
And he was wearing swim shorts. We had to rush him to the ER where they had to remove like melted nylon from his asshole. Literally. And he had like second and third degree burns.
No.
So a pump? I'm still don't.
A punk. It's here's a picture of one.
Trust me, Alex, that's how I'm feeling when I try and think of crazy family stories. I'm like, crazy in what context? Because we could go down a couple different rabbit holes.
One.
I'ma eat your ass.
So bad.
What am
It
I
was so
looking at?
bad in the moment, but it's so funny now.
Oh, a lighter?
Well,
no, it's like it looks like a big sparkler, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
here.
sparkle per se.
We started. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Remember, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the unofficial H3 waiting room. I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. This is Captain Quasar signing off.